On y'all. So there's this video and I'm not going to play the song because it's too annoying to me. So if you want to look up the video here, that's the Instagram. It's MH Work Life, all one word. But it's about the cost for giving birth in each country, and of course, everybody likes to pick on America for its shitty healthcare system. But it's only shitty because the government intervenes at all. If people were to pay out of their pocket, people would buy less shit, including health stuff like shit they don't need, and it'll be a lot cheap. It would be a lot cheaper, at least for most things. But so here we are with here's my spill on it, right? I'm a de facto Republican, and I say de facto because I don't agree with every fucking thing they say. Like, for example, they are child support at conception, Republicans. That shit is crazy to me. You're not even giving me a chance at that point if I want to be in a kid's life or not. Like, you don't even give a fuck about a start. Like, let me even try. Damn. But I'm just a de facto Republican, not a full on Republican. Um, but the common argument is, think about how mothers would be. We would be so much better if you just gave us a bunch of shit. First of all, I don't know about other countries. I don't claim to know, unlike all y'all claiming to know about America. But in America, I do know America. You're not gonna fix people's behavior and mindset by giving them free shit. That's not how that works. Why we know? Listen, a lot of us know about chicks who have like 30, exaggerating, 30 babies with like 50 kids, 50 dudes. And it's like, she don't give a fuck that she didn't pay that bill. That bill went right to the government and they had to figure it out. She didn't pay that shit. She was on welfare the whole time. Um, Also, my thing is, and I asked this quite a few times, as you see right there in the top, is okay, fine. If we give you everything you want, and I mean everything, we give you pay. You get to take 3 years off from your job, gotta pay you. Hell, they gotta pay you double. Fuck it. So you have no reason to not get pregnant. Would you be okay with requiring that women have at least 3 kids? I bet none of you want to do that. Because in your mind it's like, do you think it's okay to force me to do something? But you force money out my check every time I get it. And then you just want me to be okay with giving you shit. Why? Why do I have to be okay with giving you shit and then just hoping for the best? When we can just force you to give shit too. You want society to cave to everything you want. Fine. But you have to give us everything we want. And if you want that, all of a sudden, I am now pro-life. I'm pro-life as hell at this point. If you want all that, and I mean, not only you can't abort it. I don't listen because the father is irrelevant. I hope y'all understand that. With all these services, the father is irrelevant. You can have 7 babies in you got free daycare. You ain't got to pay the hospital bill. You ain't got to go to work because of welfare. You are fine and dandy without a man, even if you broke as fuck. So the father is irrelevant. So you should be more than okay with going and birthing at least 3 kids by force. If you ain't birthed 3 kids by the time you're 35, you're kicked out of the program. You don't get free healthcare no more. You don't get welfare if you do have a kid. You're too late. You don't get none of that shit. How do y'all feel about that? The biggest problem with any type of program like this or country that supports all of this shit is everybody who doesn't fit into this, and you can think of and pause it at any point to see if you catch on to it. These people are people outside of the people I'm about to list: children, including babies, toddlers, old people, and as you see in this case, women of any age. Who's left to pay that fucking bill? Who's left? Who's left to pay that bill? That leaves males ages, well, in this society, because we pretty much tell everybody they need to go to school, like college and shit. Instead of 18, we started pretty much at 22. So males ages 22 to about 50. That's who you want to pay the bill for all of this shit. Do they get a say? Males ages 22 to 50? I'm pretty sure you say no. Because we're dealing with the women's health care and all that other shit. We're dealing with, well, like, it's insane that they have dog walked us all the way to this point. You can tell me that I have to pay into a system. And then if I say, yo, this is bullshit, I don't get nothing out of this, I have to shut the fuck up and just go along with it. I looked at my tax bill just recently, my W-2. I paid, where is it? Give me a second. What did I pay? Find it real quick. Looking for it is, should be like very close. Paid about 18 grand in taxes last year. Of just doing rough math. 18 grand. I didn't get 18, and that's just payroll. That's just payroll. That ain't property taxes, sales tax. That's just payroll. I didn't get 18 grand worth of shit. I told y'all this story before, but I'm going to say it every time I get a chance. This one lady on Facebook said, I gave birth to 4 children and paid like approximately $32. But then a few months later, they were talking about the same thing in Canada. This was in Canada. A dude said he paid over the last 10 years, 4 grand on average, 4 grand a year into that same system. Didn't use the hospital not once. If I'm gonna take hers at face value, I get to take his at face value. Say he didn't use the hospital not once. So that's 40 G's out of his pocket. And he got nothing? You mean to tell me we're not gonna visit this every handful of years and go, okay, who didn't use it so we can make this quote unquote fair that y'all like to make everything? You don't think it's fair to visit this every time and see who got nothing out of it despite paying tens of thousands of dollars in this? I think it's very, very fair to do that. And give them people something. Hell, I could use all new windows on my crib. And I get to choose. You get to choose how many times you go to the hospital, don't you? I get to choose the windows. Give me that shit. But no, you just want me to pay the bill and shut the fuck up. And I'm supposed to take that and be an upstanding citizen. I'm supposed to take that and give any fucks about you. I'm supposed to take that and give a fuck about anybody. But you get to take tens of thousands of dollars away from me every year and tell me, go fuck yourself, bitch. We ain't got shit for you. Well, we got this, but you don't qualify for Medicare. You don't qualify for Medicaid. Even though you wouldn't want it if it was universal, this shit we have and universal, you don't qualify. So get the fuck on. We ain't got it. You don't qualify for food stamps. You don't qualify for Section 8. You don't qualify for WIC. Not a woman, which is odd as hell that women are okay with being included in infants and children. Like, that's odd to me, but whatever. You don't qualify for that. You don't qualify for really anything. You just pay the bill, nigga. That's crazy. All of a sudden, I'm feeling pretty pro-black here because, it's a lot of white people that benefits from my taxes. And I don't. Oh my God, I'm so objectified in my income for white people. This is so terrible. The humanity. Good old-fashioned cross-burning and lynching, I feel, every time. This is bullshit and I want my money back. Let's go through the comments. Why are there so many people in the U.S.? That's fairly interesting. Why do we have to even guard the borders? Why do Mexicans see it as a benefit to come here? Why? Why do we have to fend them off? Pretty insane, ain't it? I guess there's something. something for them to come to, right? They're risking their freedom and life. All right, all right. No paid leave, no affordable child care, and it all costs a small fortune in medical bills. It's a wonder why we have anyone signing up to be mothers at all when we do nothing to support women in the U.S. Ladies, all of you who feel like this, all of you who feel like this, the odd thing is, when we ask, why can't your man do this shit? You don't, you're always in some sort of long, explained way, oh, well, he shouldn't have, like that. That's odd as hell. You don't feel that your man should have to, but I should? That's crazy. That's crazy. Listen, until y'all are able to properly explain it, I'm going to assume that those of you who think like this, what you want is the ability to literally just roam free in life and have no responsibilities whatsoever. Because not only do you want all of this, you also want to be able to just kill a kid too. You also want abortion to be legal, right? That's fucking crazy. You literally just want to be floating do nothings in life. Those of you who think specifically like this. Because literally, if you have this, if you have these programs that she's asking for and abortion, exactly what is your responsibility in anything? Not only can you get pregnant and people pay for it, you can also get pregnant and say, actually, just pay for the abortion. Damn, nigga, like, what the fuck are you responsible for? What are you mandated to do? Shit. I see both sides of this. It's way too expensive in the US, and we should know in advance the cost. We also get higher salaries and better access to education. My husband is from Germany, and I've seen the free care they get in Germany. It's free, but it's not great. Their doctors make far less than in the US, and they don't get into school unless they excel in fourth grade. Okay, first off, please stop comparing the America to anybody. Please. Please stop comparing North America to anybody. Please. Please stop doing that. Texas, if you do the math, Texas in either size or actually and or population is equivalent or bigger to like 90% of these countries y'all related y'all like compares to. When there's that such a size difference, that's like you can't compare that. Dude, people move within from state to state in America in large part because of the laws, because of the like what's expected between in each state. So if people don't in one state don't want to live like Texas, why would you try to force people in one country to live like another? That's insane. Do you ever think about that at all? You don't want all states to be pro-life, but you want all countries to be you? Like, damn. How selfish and self-centered can you be? The whole is too expensive, but we should know the cost in advance. That I can somewhat agree with. Here's the problem. It's healthcare. You don't know what the person's going to need. Because also, by law, there's certain shit that each hospital has to have in every room, like, to just, like, so they can't really accommodate for what you would need, because by default, they have to treat you for some shit already. So it's going to vary. Not every woman who goes in labor, like some chicks in here said, I didn't do it with any meds or anything. Some women are going to request meds. Like, it's not a just clear cut how much it's going to cost. Like, it's just not. And again, people, part of what drives up costs, for one, is if I'm correct, my memory, they can't turn you away as far as like emergency room, something like that. I can't remember exactly what it is, but there's something there where they can't turn you away. And that who's gonna pick up that bill? They're gonna pass on to whoever they can. Sometimes I'm sure sometimes the government, and I'm sure they're gonna also hide it and pass it on to other patients, which I think is bullshit. But that causes a hike in the bill every time you go. When you want people to be cared for, even if they ain't got no money, that means you just gonna pay for it yourself. Um, Shit, it's a lot. Believe it or not, insurance raises the cost of healthcare because insurance, because again, it can't cover every little nick and cranny thing, blah blah blah. They officially just here's what insurance companies do. Now, obviously, I'm not an expert at this, so also do your own research. But essentially, what insurance companies do is they negotiate with both sides, with the patient and with the hospital, and which is why you have to have like a network. So they say, all right, this is what we're willing to pay for this. Here's what we're willing to cover, blah, 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 blah. And then when you go sign up, it's like, okay, here's our network. Here's what we're willing to cover, blah, 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 blah. So when you go within your network, the hospital says, okay, cool. So they'll say they'll cover this. And we can make it look like they did this and blah. Like, I legit went to not a hospital, but like a doctor's office. And he wanted my brother to be on his football team. And give me a second. And my mama said, I can't afford that. It's a lot of fucking money. He said, oh, I just hit up in insurance. She said, how? Don't worry about it. So doctor's office, hospitals, because they are they negotiate already, they pre-negotiate, they know how far they can rack up that bill and send it to the insurance company and get their bread. So, which is another reason why you can't just say, what I actually want to put in my insurance company is just cover all like major surgeries and shit. Other than that, I'll pay for my prescription. I'll pay for my fucking copay visit just to see somebody for a checkup. That I don't give a fuck that you pay. Just pay for the big shit like surgery, right? That's why they can't reach deals like that, which makes a whole lot of sense for somebody like me who, despite having a bad diet, I still go running. Right, but there's a lot more that I can't really think about on top of my head that raises the cost of insurance. Healthcare that shouldn't be there, but because we're so hell bent on having this guaranteed coverage, because oh my god, the possibility that I'm going to go to the hospital and be charged $1 million scares the fuck out of me. So guarantee my coverage. You people are morons. All right, let's continue. We also get higher salaries. That's debatable. I'm sure. I'm not sure if Europe dollars. Their dollar is bigger than ours, so I'm not sure if their salary is automatically bigger. But I know our salaries are bigger than Canada because their dollar is smaller than ours. So I'm not sure exactly how that works from country to country. But also other countries other than Canada. Other countries, their tax is high than a motherfucker. Like, I can't remember, but I saw somebody cover it. There is a country where if you get people who make minimum wage, they get taxed at like 60%. Think about that. Yeah, you get the guaranteed visit to the hospital, but never the fuck you feel like standing in the line. But when you get supposed to get like $300 because you make minimum wage, you're only getting like $140. But hey, free shit, right? That's crazy. And then another guy, this is a guy I watch. He talks about roads all the damn time, complains that America doesn't have roads like everybody else, despite being bigger than everyone else, that people don't give a fuck to take into consideration. Then where was I going with that? Oh, I looked up one of the countries that he said just takes such good care of his people as far as roads go. They're taxed at 50%. Damn near across the board. And that's straight up. It ain't like America where they find different regulations to force 40% out of your pay. I'll do a video on that later. They just straight up tax you at 55%. Think about that. Think about getting paid $20 an hour in America, and immediately every hour they take an 11. You really want that so you can have uh, universal health care? How about you eat well and like go walk for an hour a day? How about you do that? How about you prioritize having your family and your health over vacation all the fucking time and you won't have as many health problems? How about that? No. No. We are in the land of luxury, the land of body positivity, the land of all this other bullshit. But hey, I want my fatty foods and non-exercising, and you pay for it, bitch. Like, that's where we are. And I totally agree. Just, you gotta add for hookers to that too. Um, Said the care is not great. Listen, I don't know, and I don't really fucking care. Again, this great care that is not so great. Again, square one, just eat better. A lot of y'all motherfuckers don't even eat better talking about some great care. You don't treat yourself good. Talking about everybody else. I mean, like, the average person has, like, I think they said, like, 2/3 of people will get an STD at some point in their life. And even when STDs hit an all-time high, excuse me, I'll be back in 2019, 2018, people were still talking about fucking. So we don't give a fuck about health. We just care about health care. That's crazy. That's crazy as hell. You don't care about health, but you be damned if you don't go without some health care. I'm not good at whistling. And I'm not really care about what matter of fact, I do care about what doctors pay. Because this idea also that we should have free school for people to become doctors. Shout out to Cardi B. I should go look that fucking video up. But she talking about some we should not charge people to go to school to be doctors. Okay, fine. Like I said before, if that's the case, then every doctor that gets that free ass degree, I want to control their salary. I want to control how much PTO they get. I want to control when they retire. Because if I got to pay for you to get your shit, I be damned if you get to retire early because now with that bloated ass salary, you get to retire early. I be damned if I got to pay for you, you get to just skip on vacation and then, what happened to the doctor shortage that we were concerned about? It doesn't seem to be the case because y'all get to just leave and dip whenever y'all feel like it. So what exactly did we help? I'm going to move off that one. Moving on. This is why salary is now not the first thing people look at when accepting a job. Health insurance is just as important, if not more important, if you have a large family. It's so sad to see people living broke month after month, paying a high premium, and then going into complete debt should they actually need to use their health insurance. She worded this pretty poorly, but I'll give her a pass because I'll contribute it to not liking to type like me. But it depends on who you are. Like me, again, I don't have children. I don't at this point plan on having them. So I actually used to want, before car insurance came into play, I used to actually want to negotiate with my employer. Like, look, if I decline this, can I get a little bit more something on my check? They never said yeah, but I actually prefer more on my check than you giving me, healthcare. A large family, like, people actually they did a study and they said that people have less children than now. And also they have them later. So now at this point, I don't know what the fuck she's looking at. I don't know what she's heard. I would like to see it. My son's bill was $55,000. With 2 weeks in the NICU 10 years ago, but my insurance covered everything. I paid $0. When I started a family, I planned ahead, changed careers for the best for my family. As far as I know, truck drivers and medical personnel have the best insurance in the nation. Win for the truckers. Okay, that's a lie. It depends on which company you go with. Now, ironically, the company that I saw when I was job searching that offered the best health insurance, like it was free as long as it was just you, went bankrupt. So I don't know if that's a coincidence or not. Um, but he said, now obviously everybody can't just change careers, but what everybody can do is still plan. I've said this many a times. You can plan and come to a conclusion of how big of a family you can have. No, you're not entitled to a big family that other people have to help you afford. You're not entitled to that. You're not. If you want to have a big family and you want to and you can't afford those big salaries, you got to make some sacrifices and changes. It's called life. If you can't deal with that, then I demand that everybody is entitled to a family. Means I'm entitled to a wife. Now get over here. But we see how ridiculous that is now, don't we? I'm at the half-hour mark. I'm going to try to wrap this up pretty soon. I remember I was 7 months pregnant, traveling from Canada to the U.S. for a day trip with my husband, and had the most ridiculous experience. I carried a hospital go bag in case anything happened in terms of my water breaking, and customs saw it, and then accused me of going to give birth in the U.S. I'm like, yeah, because I want to throw money into the wind. No thanks. And my husband gave me the look, and we were denied access. True story. Like, honestly, I still can't believe that happened. Man, Border Patrol and TSA, it's pretty big deal, and it's also pretty lousy. So yeah, like they do stupid shit in these situations. I don't even know I don't know if I agree with this or disagree with it. I don't. I just know shitty this border control and customs and flights, all that, it's all garbage. All of it. People, you might disagree with this. We don't need the TSA anymore. We don't. We really don't. Seriously. We don't. All we need to do is, hey, if somebody stands up and say, I take over plane, we crash in the building, kill him. Kill him. That's what you do. It's 100 of you. Whoop his ass. That's what you do. I still to this day can't figure out how the fuck they accomplished it. I don't get it. You mean to tell me, like, did they know how to fly it themselves and they just killed the people and locked the door? Because I never heard that story confirmed ever. Because if I refuse to believe they hijacked the plane and then the flight, the pilot was like, oh, sure, you're going to kill me, so I'll just die. What? What? That doesn't even make, like, we need to uncover what the fuck actually happened there, because I don't get it. But this ain't that video, so we're moving on. Great video. Such an important topic. And then add on top of that, no postpartum support funded by the government, as is common in the countries you mentioned, and no paid leave. Imagine how society if mothers were supported and their children and partners felt the halo effect of that mom. Truly such a disservice to women, children, and the family unit. Maybe if we had some members to show that impact on the economy, that the U.S. government will pay attention. Okay, fuck all of you who think like this. This whole trying to bribe your way into... like, you know that if you treat women well, they'll just defaultly give back. Okay, well, fine. If you treat us well, we'll defaultly give back. How about that? How about if you eliminate incels, then by default, all dudes, if you just gave all dudes affection and pussy, y'all say it all the time, actually, now that I think about it. Here's how. Every time some dude doesn't, like, automatically agree with you, you say, you don't get pussy. So apparently, according to y'all, if you gave up more coochie to more dudes, we will all be in favor of you getting this shit. So make it work for yourself. But seriously, oh damn. No postpartum support funded by the government. Why does the government need to support you postpartum? This is why people like me say, all these programs are anti-family. Because you can't explain to me why your family wouldn't be the support that you need. Why wouldn't that be the case? Why would it not be your family's job to be there in support of you postpartum? Your husband, your siblings, your aunts, uncles, excuse me, mom, dad, grandparent, like why would it be an absolute necessity that the government does it? I don't get it. Excuse me, I don't get it. And no paid leave. I am really sick of this idea of you should be your company should be required to pay you because you got pregnant. Like that shit, that don't make sense to me. Why should you be guaranteed a why? And then y'all wonder why, like that that shit like this literally would collapse societies. It would, unless again, like other countries, you just take money from everybody to the tune of 50+%. I I don't understand why you think that should be a thing. And how long? How long? That they have to hold your job and pay somebody else. But then if they upcharge people for shit like water, oh, you're just big corporations overcharging, blah blah blah. Like it goes in hand. It's all in the same boat, working together. Like, what do you think is going to happen? Imagine our society of mothers were supported in their children and partners with the halo effect of that mom. Um. Yeah. No. 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 Again, I'm sick of this card of you get to just claim that you only act the way you act because certain laws and programs are in place. Like if you're a bitch, you're a bitch. Like stop it. Stop it. If you can't get into a family with a man who's supportive and all that, then you can't. Nobody of that caliber likes you. Just like we got to deal with that, so do you. Imagine if society put men first and just put us through college and trade school and gave us wives and children, how we would just defaultly want to protect them so much and give our lives to society. Imagine if we just got that stuff up front. You guys would benefit so much. It sounds like bullshit, don't it? 'Cause it is. Truly such a disservice to women. Again, this idea you get shit because you exist. Stop it. Please stop. No, you don't. You do not. You do not get shit because you exist. How long y'all gonna lean on that? I mean, we exist, so if you just give a shit, we'll be better. I believe you. I really do. I believe the fuck out of you. If I just gave you some shit, you'd just be a whole lot better. Absolutely. And then the whole government economy bullshit, blah, blah, blah. One more big, okay. This might be the last one. I live in what is considered a third world country and it cost me $600 to deliver my last baby. Everyone wanted to know why, cause on average, damn, no punctuations, huh? On average, it cost less than $100, but it had a lot of complications and special meds and procedures. Also, you get a grant from the national insurance of $600 per live birth, so they covered most of it. You type like a third world person. Holy fuck. For most people, they are able to cover all of it, and they keep the extra money. American healthcare is worse than most third world countries, and yes, our maternal mortality rate is much lower as well. Okay, I'm assuming lower. What's the crackhead rate in your country? Because we got a lot of crackheads. We got a lot of mothers that smoke, drink, party, the whole nine while they're pregnant. Sexy red through a baby shower, and you would have thought it was at a club. It probably was at a club. Like, y'all do all of this shit, and just like things just should be great for me, you know? Y'all don't even believe in structure. And I'm specifically talking about women who want all this shit. Y'all don't even believe in structure. But somehow we supposed to have this very real structured and maintained safety net for you. How? You don't believe in structure. You don't believe that if you get pregnant, you have to go form a family with that dude in one house. You don't. Because somehow you, as common as it is, went and made a baby with somebody who will whoop your ass. And now it's like, now is not the time to be with them. But we'll occasionally get pregnant again by the same, oh, damn. Like the all overness this is. The day y'all will have my ear to this in more of a positive light when I start hearing the same people who want this shit believe in that structure. You know what's crazy? And I hate that I have to give them this credit. But Christians, you know, and I'm talking about the Christians, like the ones who really like preach the Bible Christians. This literally would fit in their playbook. Because they believe in the structure. They preach it. No pun intended. They actually believe God, man, woman, you protect women and children. You are the sacrificial lamb. You blah, blah, like, that is a type of structure that you would have to adhere to make shit like this make sense. But y'all don't want that. Y'all want a free-for-all safety net. What? Explain to me how this makes any type of sense. A free-for-all safety net? You out of your head. Anyway, like I said, that was the last one because I'm at the 37-minute mark. Be right, not positive. I'm out.